be whatever they're taking away, I'm going to get something better. And everything that's happening to me is for my protection. What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? I'm definitely one of the big, I would say for me, just so you're aware of where my mind is at, I'm grateful I'm taking chances, and I'm grateful that I'm aware of negative energy, and I've become so in tune with other people's energy that instead of just avoiding negative energy, the past 2 months, I've actually been leaning into the negative energy and leaning into the anger and seeing how I get insecure or frustrated by it and how I want for everything to be controlled a certain way. And I'm learning that any time that I don't like something, that I'm insecure within that. And so I feel like that's the next level, because maybe you've heard me talk about insecurity before, right? And for me, I feel like because I've been around people who think differently than me, people who have anger in places where I don't, people who haven't been doing the work in the way that I have, they think very differently than I do. And I could easily judge them and be frustrated at them. However, when I love myself, there's nothing wrong with them. So what do you do when there's people who are frustrating you around you? What do you do with that information? Where do you go to? How do you think? Are you frustrated just because you don't like people? Or are you actually taking steps? Are you journaling? Are you taking notes? Because most people want to have success. However, they don't want to actually invest in themselves. They don't want to actually take steps like this who you see, all of this like presentation, and you go to my profile and you see X amount of followers and X amount of people online, and I look this way and all this different stuff. This was a process. This wasn't overnight. This wasn't me a year ago. This was long-term me letting go of my age and letting go of my bank account and letting go of my story. It could be compassion and moving on. It could be. There's different options. And that's the game of it. For me right now, with the people that I'm dealing with, when they get angry and they get frustrated, because I've tried different things and I've just realized like every single day they're going to be frustrated. For me, I go to a place of this doesn't match where I'm going, and I'm grateful, and this person is going to keep on finding that there's something to be frustrated about, and I'm going to move forward and be grateful for them because they have helped me in some way, shape, or form along the way. Thank you, Mallory. I appreciate you. It takes one to know one. It's fascinating for me because I feel like with the way that the world is right now, with all the different things going on, it's always like the mood and the energy is always so incredibly random and so incredibly different. Like yesterday, I felt really, really, really peaceful and really centered and really calm. And the day before, I felt like I was tested big time. Thank you. All right. And also, I just want to say this really briefly and just really quickly and powerfully, that I get for the people on here who focus on theories, and I know it's frustrating to call them conspiracy theories because it always gets proved real. One of the mottos and one of the belief systems in my life that keeps me going is, if I'm going to research something and I'm going to be frustrated about it, then I'm going to do something about it. Like I'm actually going to do something to go to the root. Those are your guides. Okay, let's wake up. All right. If I'm going to be frustrated about something, I'm actually going to do something about it. I got something under my eye. Thank you. I appreciate you. Imagine talking in front of 184 people. There's something underneath your eye. That's Henry. That's Henry. He's telling us all to wake up. These chickens these chickens are from next door, and they just randomly like go into this property. Not my parents, actually. I'm on the road. Thank you. Why can't this be my home? You know what I'm saying? I'm Nikki Scorpio. Do you know who I am? We're balling, baby. We get wealthier and wealthier every day. Why can't this be my property? My parents' home, indeed. Henry knows the vibes. Wake up. Oh, man. Okay. Perspective is everything right now. Thank you. And it's going to constantly be, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to come from different places and come from different perspectives. People, it feels like, yo, Henry, hold on, I just gotta get him to go to this. Hold on a second, I just gotta talk with Henry. He said he's gonna cock-a-doodle do a little bit from a distance because he's gotta do what he's gotta cock-a-doodle do. You know what I'm saying? So, come on, man, I got jokes. Come on, I got jokes. All right, so, what's going on? What is going on? What are we grateful for? What are we aware of? What's going on in your life? Talk to me. If you have any questions going on, please just put the questions out here. I want to make sure that you level up and you get this, because I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of pop quizzes. Like, people just show up and they're just in a completely different mood. And really, like, fast reaction times for yourself to have your awareness of immediately when you stop your, like, going from like this, as soon as you go, immediately check in. Hey, thank you, Nia, for subscribing. Thank you. I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, people are going to be in a different space. Thank you. What's that on my neck? Skin. A necklace. All right. Your boyfriend dropped off the face of the earth? All right, well, focus on yourself, communicate, and move forward with your life. We're not doing this. Let me stop all my momentum and let me stop what I'm doing because other people are not ready. Personally, for me, you can communicate with people to say, hey, hello, hi, how are you doing? What's going on? Are you here? What's going on? Are you okay? Are you frustrated? Are you stressed? There's a certain point in time where you got to start focusing on yourself. What is the stone? Rainbow obsidian. See, because the stone isn't on my neck, it's on my chest. You see how communication is an art form? I love this. Leveled up 2 days ago. Me too. I feel like there was a big level up 2 days ago. I feel like there was a big energy change and a big energy shift. So, again, if you just hopped on, the reason why I came on today is because yesterday I was talking with somebody where it was sunny where they were located and it was raining where I was located. And I want for you to think about something in your life where you have your perspective and it's like your life is this way and your life is this way and your life is this way. And outside of your world, there's another perspective going on. Like, I could easily be frustrated that I feel like I want to take a chance and I want to make moves and other people aren't moving in my direction. Weird energy. Here, you can take your weird energy and just observe, because I get it. I'm weird too, but it's a different kind of weird. Just mute that. All right, there we go. All right. So, for those of you that are being passive aggressive and not getting what I'm saying with this message, what I'm saying is, if you're frustrated, I can't imagine being passive aggressive on a live stream when somebody's looking to uplift people. Whew. I also can't imagine needing anybody's validation in this world where people are just miserable projecting their stuff onto other people. It's very fascinating. All right. Thank you. Whew. Could you imagine? Oh, could you imagine? Man, I can't. I really can't. So if you are automatically frustrated, or if you go onto some random person's live stream and you go, rah, that's stupid, Nicky Scorpio. Obviously, there's different weather in two different places, right? I hate my life. I'm upset and you're easily available, right? Right? that outside of your miserable energy, right? Miserable, I hate Nikki Scorpio. Oh, every choice I make is the right one. Oh, I love myself. Oh, I love myself. Oh, look at me, I'm Nikki Scorpio. I think I'm better than other people because, oh, look at my office. It's got trees and, oh, look at how green the grass is on the other side. Oh, look at me, I've never left the state that I was born in and I'm miserable. And if I only stepped outside of myself, I realized there's a different perspective. Oh, no. Oh, no. Scorpio's been waiting his whole entire life to lift people up and shut people down. Very confusing world that we live in. If you feel like there's metaphorical thunderstorms and rain going on and you want to go outside, it's because life is telling you to go internal. Life is telling you to go inside right now. Do you feel like you've been in solitude for a while? Do you feel like you've been alone for a while? Well, what if there's still healing? What if the universe, what if God, what if whatever you believe in is telling you to go more internal? Perspectives are everything. And again, if you're somebody who is, I want for you to, like, I'm going on this journey with you. What I'm telling you about, I keep this in mind, and this is how I keep my peace. Like, for me, I look at the smallest detail to say, how am I controlling my life? Journaling absolutely helps. Content creation helps. This helps. I was telling somebody the other day, like, all that I do is I tell people what I'm going through, and I tell them how I get a optimistic perspective on it from a real place, how I learn a lesson from it, how I grow from it. And people rock with me, and I tell people to watch me as I continue to manifest and continue to grow and continue to level up in this world that's completely and totally upside down. I have one side of my life that feels very chaotic, and so do you. And I have another aspect of my life where everything's flowing. I'm getting better people, better circumstances. I'm communicating better. I can be around anybody, I feel like, right now and know who I am. Emily, what's really, really great about TikTok is that TikTok is actually a search engine. So if you want to know how to post a video on TikTok, there's tutorials for it. You know, for me, I feel like anybody who has depression or anybody who doesn't like their life should be posting content to find more people. Like, this is amazing for me. And I can be a teacher who doesn't put on that front of like, my life is perfect and everything is figured out, because I'm telling you, if you're new to this party, by the way, my name is Nikki Scorpio and I am the introvert that speaks up. I am an introvert. I've done a lot of work to get to this place to be able to speak up like this, in this way. And I'm telling you right now, I've met plenty of people who look really good on paper, who look really good on their IMDb. That's for like actors and producers and stuff like that, right? Because I live in Hollywood. I've met a lot of people who are A&Rs, who work with record labels, people who have, you know, the suit and tie, all of that, red bottoms, all of that. And they're not as happy, they're not as optimistic, or they're not as loved, or they don't love the way that you do. I've been on TikTok pretty much since October. I've been on here since 12 o'clock, and it's now 12:26. And if you can't be in public, or if you have stalkers, or if you don't want for people to see your story, then create another account and tell your story. Nobody's camera ready. It doesn't matter how I occur to you. I have sensitive skin, and I'm figuring out to get a product so I can, like, because when I shave for whatever reason, like, I get irritation on my neck. Like, that's awkward. I'm sitting on like a lawn chair right now. People who are a certain way are judging me and have opinions about me. I have to constantly get over people judging me, because like what I'm doing is I'm talking to myself, and I'm setting the boundary that everybody around me loves me as I am, and the people who I'm moving forward with don't judge my physical appearance. And I'm talking to somebody who doesn't want to be alive, or who's going through a difficult time, or somebody who wants to crack their code and level up. Like, I have to constantly get over my whatever internal dialogue over and over and over again. And the way that I do that is by knowing that my story is a story that's meant to be told. And I'm telling you, I did not like telling my story. You just see me on social media. You just see me on TikTok. You just see me scrolling when you're scrolling around, and there I am. And it's just like, oh, there he is. Does the message work or does it not work? Do I like it or do I not like it? Is it good or is it not good? Do I relate or do I not relate? right? That's why I like to humanize this, that you're a human, I'm a human. What I would say, SLP 056 Team Angels, what I would say, whoever you know who's going through cancer, let them know that the metaphorical belief, and do research on this if you don't believe me, the metaphorical belief of cancer is a deep and profound feeling of being unwanted and unloved. So if you know somebody who's going through cancer, you can have people in their life, or you can be that person, or you can tell them to think about moments where somebody complimented them and acknowledged them and showed them love. And to have people write a card or to make phone calls and to tell that person, whoever has cancer, to say like, hey, you know, I was thinking about this moment where you helped me out and where you were kind to me, and just have people call them up. So if it's for yourself, then let yourself know that. I'm telling you, man, for every problem, there's a solution. Perspective and belief is going to get you to a different space. Let's talk about content creation. Let's talk about storytelling. Like your frustration in your life is literally because you're not questioning your perspective. Your frustration is because and I sat down and I figured out a way to be able to honor who I am. And my question is, can you really honor who you are? And then you're realizing when you're getting around other people don't honor you. And it's like, you have to roar, you have to speak up, you have to, or get to, or choose to, or want to be able to fall in love with yourself, even if you're soft-spoken, even if you don't talk a lot. They're like, if you get triggered by people who are outspoken, it's because you were told to be soft-spoken. You think that people don't want to hear your story. Is my hair crunchy? No. It's medium rare. What? Yes, Emily, yes, and everybody that you can literally create a real name and just start telling your story. There are plenty of accounts that have tens and thousands of, hundreds of thousands of followers that don't show their face. So for you saying that somebody told you to be quiet, see where that takes you in your life, and see how many times in your life where you think you can't speak up and can't tell people, or it's a waste of time because you already know how people are going to react. And you said, how does telling your story help you? The way that telling your story helps is for you to be able to understand your story. Like, what's your story? Is your story just, oh, my life was hard, my mom and my dad were mean to me, that they were narcissistic, or they were mentally and verbally abusive, and I didn't have time to like love myself, and my life was hard, and then I got into a relationship and the relationship failed and things aren't working for me? What's your story? Does that sound like an exciting story that you want to be a part of, or can you change your perspective on it? And yeah, and your story can help other people. Look, there's another animal, the horse. His name is also Henry. He's telling you to check in. I'm telling you, I name all my animals Henry or Fred. Your story helps a younger version of you relate to you. People think social media is about being an influencer and blah, 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 blah. No, this is how we're being brought together. I'm a real person. You're a real person. I'm a real person. You're a real person. You have real pain. You have real ups and real downs. You telling your story to yourself and knowing what your story is, nobody can take that away from you. You know, like my mom sometimes will pop on my lives, and no, I'm not going to tell you her screen name because people are weird sometimes. You have no idea. That she was listening to me tell my story, and she was saying, well, that's not how it happened, honey. That's not how it happened. And I'm like, Mom, we were poor. If a family is not poor, they don't have the conversation of, I don't have enough money to get vegetables, so I'm going to the grocery store to buy a packet of M&Ms to pretend that all the different M&Ms are a different vegetable. The color vegetables, the purple ones are beets and the yellow ones are corn. Like middle class, working class, like upper class people don't have those conversations. It's okay. I'm not ashamed of who I am. Yes, absolutely. Communicate with people. Hey, what's up, Chris? Nice to see you, man. Are moving away from people and taking chances in our life. The main thing that I want for you to get, thank you, Morgan. The main thing that I want for you to get is it's time for you to love yourself more. And it's just ask yourself that question. What does that mean? How do I love myself more? What does he mean? How do I love myself more? Good question. What are you choosing? Are you frustrated right now when I'm asking that question? Are you going to a place of, oh, let me actually think about that. That's an interesting question. Are you frustrated by how I'm speaking? Because if so, don't you think that it's a loving, nurturing thing that I'm communicating as a human for you to think about your happiness? And if you want an instant solution and you get frustrated, don't you think that's an interesting thing? Yes, it is hard. You know what's harder though? You know what's harder? Is having just enough love in your life to barely survive. All right, come on. Let's not shame people in the comment section. Let's not shame people in the comment section. If Public Enemy said that he has cancer and he's being stalked and he's being messed with and he has fear in his life, or she, whoever, is frustrated, then when people are frustrated, it might be triggering because that person is saying, hey, I'm frustrated, and we as human beings don't know how to ask for help. Real life. Real life. Real life. If somebody else's words occur to you as toxic, then show them what nurturing looks like. If somebody is hurting, show them what love looks like. If you don't like how the energy is as an empath in the room, you're the leader. Show them what love looks like. Show them what nurturing looks like. Let's not do that thing of, I need for everybody to think my way and communicate my way and be my way. Be aware of where your mind goes to in these comment sections. Be aware of where your mind goes to with my tone of voice, how I talk, my speed. If anything frustrates you. Be aware. That's why I love live streams. That's why I love social media, because the algorithm, life is showing you what sets you off. People who are hurt will communicate in a hurtful way. People who have had a hard life will keep on validating that life is hard. What story are you validating over and over again in your communication where your mind goes to? Think about it. See if you can catch it. Put it in the comment section. Do you think that you have a repetitive belief of life is hard and life is difficult? Thank you. I'm glad you like this background. I'm definitely better in nature, as much as I love Manhattan, which also used to look just like this once upon a time. Limited story is that you're telling yourself. What do you think it is? I'm not seen, I'm not heard. You don't like having to fix what's going on in your life? Okay, well, who's going to live your life for you? Who's going to invest in you? If you're attracted to somebody, are you attracted to their physical appearance? Are you attracted to their energy? Well, like, what about the person that you're not attracted to? Why are you not attracted to somebody? What is it? Maybe it's their physical appearance. Maybe it's the way that they carry themselves. Maybe it's their clothes. Maybe it's their energy. What attracts us? Why are we attracted to what we're attracted to? Sometimes when we've had so much anger in our life and so many people yelling at us and abusing us, we can only be around people who are loud and who are aggressive and who have abusive energy and who are quote unquote strong. Our minds are in autopilot and we just allow a lot of this stuff. It's just autopilot. It's just, I like it, I don't like it. I like it, I don't like it. It looks good, it looks bad. It looks good, it looks bad. I relate to it, I don't. I'm looking good, I can't look bad. I'm looking good, I can't look bad. Over and over again, we do this over and over. Thank you. You don't know what to do with the job offer? Okay, I got you. So why are you doing that job? And do you want to do that job as a career, or do you want to do that job so you can just have some money so you can get to the bigger thing that makes you excited? I had a job that I wasn't thrilled about. However, I turned it into an opportunity. I made it a game. So if you have a bigger purpose, can the job that you're doing right now be the pathway to take you to the bigger purpose? I think so. And the stuff that I've manifested, the stuff that I've got into my life wasn't a 1 day, 1 week, 1 month scenario. Me working as a bathroom attendant was 6, 7, 8, 9, I don't even remember how long it was. It was definitely over 6 months. And I literally, sometimes I had to like pull the emergency brake on myself when I was working. One day I'd make like $300, $400, $500 in tips, and the next day I'd make like 15 or 50. And I had to stop myself in certain moments and say, no. I asked for this job. I have enough money. I'm good. I'm going to get more money. The money's going to come. The money comes and the money grows. You ever heard how they say money comes and money goes? Money comes and money grows. I turned everything into, this is a bigger picture. This is a marathon. It's not one and done. Just because I don't have a good day today, it doesn't matter. That this day that I'm having today is going to lead me to the big day, to the payoff. Owning a company, absolutely. So, how much effort are you going to put in when you live in the information age? How much research are you going to do? You can outsource things. Do you have money to outsource? If not, can you get money to outsource? You can get a virtual assistant. People who can do research for you, help you get on podcasts, help you get interviews, help you connect with different people for $8 an hour. There's a company that I've used before called Pineapple Staffing. They're amazing. They can help you build a website. There's all different types of content creators who are giving you advice and helping you to learn how to level up. There's hundreds of websites now that have artificial intelligence. There's bots. You can hire somebody on Fiverr, Fiverr.com, who knows how to do search engine optimization. So for whatever your business is, that as soon as people type that in, they'll find it. TikTok has turned into a search engine. So if you have a business, you can create how-to videos. When people go onto Google or whatever search engine they use, your video will pop up now. If your life is hard right now, that's because you have abandonment, and that's because you have been codependent, and that's fine. You're human. It's okay. But that life is hard, things are difficult. That's because you want for somebody to come in and just magically say, all right, here's the answer, here's a solution. Like, people judge me and people talk trash about me and they think, oh, I could do what he's doing and do it better. So do it. Put your whole entire story on the line. Do it. Do it. Put yourself out there. Because I didn't follow any trends. And this was a culmination. This was me getting out of a relationship and me just wanting friends. It doesn't matter how many followers I have. Yes, it's nice that I have a lot of followers so I can have more eyes on me, because I want to have more people who agree and more people who disagree. That's why I love about TikTok. That's what I love about these other, like, Instagram is cool. It's just you get the same people every single time. TikTok is powerful because right now there's people who are watching this who disagree with me. There's people outside of this live stream who are watching, it says tap to join. They're still waiting for me to say something that annoys them or sets them off or that they don't like, or to read my eyes and say that I don't walk my talk or I'm not a real person or whatever. I love that. I love being around people who disagree with me and who agree with me. Because I don't want to be right. I want to be happy. I want to understand. I know what sets me off. I know my insecurities. I'm aware of who I am to a certain degree. I do have blind spots. I like to be around people who disagree with me, who put me down, who attack my character, because that helps me be secure and confident. So I can be around bigger, successful people, millionaires, billionaires, investors, lawyers, entertainment lawyers, investors, PR agencies, people who want to help me, people who want to uplift me and not self-sabotage, and be in that uncomfortable energy. And so I can be an introvert. I can be indoors. I don't have to be around people right now. Everything is directing me and telling me what to do. So yeah, I want to be around people. However, if life is telling me to be more in solitude, I'm going to be more in solitude. I'm going to be building my bat cave while everybody's spinning around in circles. Thank you. Yeah, I believe that. The great I am. Watch out for I am statements. Let's talk about that for a second. When you say the words I am tired, I am sick, I am unhealthy, I am frustrated, I am confused. That's you telling the world who you are. You're defining yourself. So watch out for those sentences. I'll repent if you repent. Come on, let's hear it. Nikki Scorpio, I judge people on social media because I refuse to do any inner child work. Oh, thank you. I really like your facial hair. How's the weather in the Caucasus Mountains? In Caucasia? You repent first. Okay, Nikki Scorpio, I admit that I don't know Jesus' real name, and I admit that I think that Jesus drives a Ford F-150 and drinks Bud Light. And if anybody doesn't meet my belief system, then I attack them. And life is very scary for me. And every single time that I don't know something, I get frustrated. And I get angry. And I take that out on other people. I don't look inwards. Oh, thank you. Amazing. Wow, that's so vulnerable of you. I'm so glad that you're a new alpha male, not those other ones that don't talk about their feelings. Whew. I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine. I refuse to be miserable. That is my, take that one, because I talked about that yesterday and people seem to like that. I refuse to be miserable. I refuse to be around miserable people. I refuse. Man, I refuse. People are just gonna keep on popping up in your life and doing these emotional pop quizzes. And these pop quizzes of how much do you love yourself? And how much can you have the energy? What's one response when things don't go according to plan? I want to see if people take notes. What's a comment, a conversation you have with yourself when other people are flaky and things don't go according to plan, or you get fired from your job, or things don't work out for you? What's the energy? Let me see if people are taking notes. This is how you connect to your anger. No, we're not doing it is what it is. No, we're not doing that. Because it might not be what we think that it is. So is it what it is, or isn't it not what it is when it is what it isn't? Thank goodness. Exactly. Thank goodness. Thank God better things are coming. Thank goodness. Whew, thank goodness I didn't get that interview. Woo, thank goodness that person flaked on me. Whew, thank goodness that person canceled their plans. Whew, thank goodness that person showed their true colors. Oh my goodness, thank God that my mom showed me that she's jealous. Oh my goodness, thank goodness that person ended that relationship with me. That's connecting your anger to your joy. Are you ready for that energy? Are you still like, no, I need for this violin to play in a really... No. Yes. Me too, Megan. Yeah, I choose this. I choose this. I choose this. I choose this. I choose this moment and this moment and this moment and this moment. I got you, Emily. I got you. Can't even live in a world where people get triggered by other people's words in the comment section. People are literally triggered by me, what I'm talking about right now, when I'm literally telling you to love yourself. And like, stop saying literally so much, Nikki Scorpio. You, like, I need to find something wrong. If you find anything wrong about my communication style, my physical appearance, my tone of voice, the rate at which I speak, I am not part of your problem. I refuse to be part of your agenda for you to be frustrated in your life and to just accept that you're frustrated and triggered and annoyed when people don't communicate the way that you want them to, because you are a human being that likes to control. Do things this way, Nikki Scorpio. Do things that way, Nikki Scorpio. Why are you not wearing your suit, Nikki Scorpio? Smile for me, Nikki Scorpio. Love yourself. I'll say, possibly. Got to schedule it first to me. Calendar. Right? Word. Join me on this journey, Bradley. Yo, join me on the journey of letting go of control. This is where we are. And again, I need to reiterate this because people think this is who I am and what I'm about. That I'm like, hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your best friend, Nikki Scorpio. I think I'm just going to leave my stuff in New York, just pack all my stuff up and just leave the consistency and everything that I have in my life and just go randomly on the road and just connect with people. Maybe after that, I'll just pick up my backpack and just go to Bali. No! This is not how I normally maneuver. Not at all. Not at all. The question is, if you set the intention, I'm gonna warn you right now. If you set the intention for letting go of control, woof, get ready. That's a masterclass. I'm telling you, it is wild. Free falling. Still balling, still moving, still growing, still acclimating, still adjusting, still thriving, and winning amongst all the chaos, all the user 7654321 in this world, still thriving, still winning. And the rest of the journey is like, whoa, 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 whoa. Why are you flaky? Whoa, hello, what's going on? Why are you not talking to me? Why are you not talking to me? You don't want to be my friend anymore? Fine, okay, I love myself. Oh, okay, you want for me to forgive you? Well, I'll think about it. I gotta go. Yes, I have 15 calls I gotta take care of. Oh, yes, no, I can't help you out. Oh, you need money? Okay, like, come on. Whew. I don't think you understand, and I hope you're starting to see it. And that's why I point out to people where people are like, man, it's difficult. I'm like, yes, that's because you're not loving yourself at the level that's required. And then you love yourself more, and then people come around, they're like, you're stupid, you're dumb, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, what? How dare you? I've been building myself up. And you're like, oh, dang it. I gave away my power. I'm still insecure. Why did that happen? I thought I've already beat that before. I thought I already got over that. I thought I was better than this. Why am I moving backwards? You're not. You're just still insecure. Growth is exciting. Growth is powerful. Growth is change. Change is letting go of control. That's peace. Who here has digestive system issues or irritable bowel syndrome or knows somebody who has digestive system issues? Just release that for you. And what I would say for you and for everybody else who says, yes, I do. Pop quiz, who's been taking notes on my live streams. Why do people have irritable bowel syndrome? Why do people have digestive system issues? Why? What's the metaphysical belief for that you could change? Enzymes are amazing. What's the metaphysical belief of irritable bowel syndrome and digestive system issues? I don't see it yet. You're tense. It starts with the C. No, I'm not enough, I'm not worthy is more cancer. So if you feel that way about your life, you better be like, rut-row. Not in control. Control. Join me on the journey of letting go of control. And this is going to be a complicated one. However, everybody's a hot mess right now, so you can actually take bigger chances and do even more self-improvement. See, Henry knows the vibes. Where in your life do you need to control things? Where do you feel like you control things? If somebody speaks to you a certain way, do you immediately shut them down? Do you get angry? Do you get frustrated? Or do you try to understand them? Where do you control your situation? When you walk outside, you have to look like you're in a good mood. You have to look like you're an optimistic person. You have to show people that you're a boss and you're powerful. And if anybody questions you in any way, shape, or form, you lash out and you go off on them. You get frustrated because you're controlling, because other people are telling you advice and they're telling you something, they're telling you to change, they're telling you that you're not good enough, and you say, no, 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 I have to know that I'm good enough, and I have to always look good and look good and look good, and if anybody tells me that I'm off in any way, shape, or form, then my feelings are gonna get hurt, I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna yell, I'm gonna get frustrated, my whole day's messed up, isn't it? Oof. I'm still a little bit controlling. I'm trying to control my hair in the South and there's humidity. I don't even have a lot of hair and it still gets messed up. Control, 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 control. So the next time you're at your work, the next time that you're on a date, the next time you're around other people, you say, I choose this in your mind. As soon as you get annoyed, I choose to be here, I choose to be here. Because look at this, think about this factually, logically. If you are spending time with somebody, if somebody wanted to go on a date with you, if somebody wanted to be in a relationship with you, if somebody hires you for a job, if somebody's paying you, if somebody's giving you any kind of attention at any kind of time, don't you think they're interested in you? And if they're putting you down and if they're attacking you, there's different options. You can definitely step away and set boundaries. However, if you did something wrong, take responsibility, own up to it. That is a challenge I have. I've people say that they want to hang out with me and then they say crazy limiting beliefs and they say negative things and I call them out on it because I do not, I know my boundaries, I know my worth. If you're going to tell me that you're not getting enough attention when you have been acting a certain way and saying certain things and messing up relationships in my life and telling me that you hate money, like a person came into my life and told me that they hated money and then they said they wanted to do business with me. I'm like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You want to be a part of the business that I'm doing? Like maybe you can introduce me to somebody. Maybe we can do something together because you can, like, life is a chess game. Like, you can be a pawn and take a king. What I'm saying, though, is if you want to be in my inner circle and you're telling me that you hate money and you want to be a part of my business that I'm doing to help other people make money and for me to be financially free, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I can still love you. I can still love you from a distance. I can still hold space for you. I can still hang out with you. I have compassion for you. What if you always feel like you're not good enough and you push so hard to show your worth and still? So what I would say is, let me see. If you always feel like you're good enough, then you're going to keep on controlling your environment to prove that you're not good enough. And if you're not good enough, then somebody like me could come around and say, hey, I love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being vulnerable. I appreciate you being open. And see if that makes your skin crawl, or if it makes you feel uncomfortable, or if you ignore it, if you kind of just shrug it off, or if you fully receive it. So if you have a hard time saying, like, nobody understands me, nobody appreciates me, when somebody like me comes around and compliments you and says, hey, like, I appreciate you being open and I appreciate your vulnerability and I love you, because if I can hate somebody, I don't know I can love them. To say thank you, I received that. Thank you, Nicole, thank you. To say thank you, I received that. Or what do I say when people compliment me? Because it used to be hard for me to receive love and compliments too. What do I say? Pop quiz. Word, Samberly, exactly. What do I say? Takes one to know one. Exactly. Or yeah, back at you. Takes one to know one. I'm going to find a way to receive it in some way, shape, or form. I could say, thank you, I received that. Back at you. Or thank you, I appreciate you. Thank you, I received that. Or yeah, it takes one to know one. Because I'm receiving the love and acknowledging what they're saying, and I'm showing them that love too. I got you, Emily. You know what's going to be funny when I do have that takes one to know one shirt? I don't know if Jen's on here, the moderator, to take notes for that one. You know what's going to be funny about that shirt? Is you're going to wear that around different people and you say, oh yeah? And you're literally going to prove the point. Takes one to know one, huh? Oh yeah, go unconditionally love yourself. Yeah, same to you, pal. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Joreen, what you just said about like we need to have that carefree energy when we were kids. I 100% agree with you. That's what I do. This is who I am. I tapped into me at 5 years old. I still have bills. I still have priorities. I'm still a boss. I still handle my business, right? It's just my perspective on my life is from a 5-year-old. I started telling myself when I was working as a bathroom attendant, I'm like, you get to go into a nightclub, you hang around millionaires, you hang around successful people, you get to see international people from all over the world. And as long as you keep that room clean, somebody's gonna meet you and they're gonna like your energy and they're gonna help you out and you're gonna be a superhero and you're gonna help out other people. I just created that belief. Period. I said, as long as you're grateful for what you have, the right person is going to see you. You're going to change the world. I created that belief. I created the belief of everything is going to happen for you. Just work really, really smart. Work like you own the company. Yo, I'm telling you, if you have a job or if you are a boss and own a business, pass that message along. Tell people to work like you own the company. Work like you own the company. I don't care the coworkers don't like me. I don't care that the person around me doesn't like me. I don't care. There's no emotions in business. I own the company. I don't care if people don't like me. I'll hire somebody else or I'll just move forward and make money and make profit and get a raise and level up. I don't need for you to be friends with me. I can work and again, I would even go so far as to say, speak your truth and know who you are. And if your coworkers don't like the fact that you're working like you own the business, see if you can be all the way around negative energy and just still level up and still be a rainbow and still be a light that shines resiliently and just know who you are. And when they put you down or when they roll their eyes, just really, really, really hold your space for yourself and know who you are and really, really know who you are. And imagine that they're a teacher teaching you to be confident and be secure in who you are. Period. What is your limiting belief? What is the thing in your life that you are visualizing over and over again that is your movie that is playing? Is your belief system, nobody understands me? The work, I would say that the most challenging thing in your life will be able to find out what that is. For me, it was I can't. For me, it was I need help. Does anybody relate to that? That's codependency. That's somebody died, somebody passed away. And if you haven't lost somebody, and if you haven't had divorce or anything like that in your life, you will not understand. If you get into a relationship, chances are, if you don't understand about codependency, and if you don't get abandonment, you're actually going to fall in love with somebody who has codependency and who has abandonment issues, and you're not going to get it because they're constantly trying to solve the problem and you need space and boundaries, but you were taught not to show your emotions and talk about your feelings. And they're coming from a place of like, I want to love you. And so you're saying, but you can't love every single part of me because mom and dad told me that I'm weak or I'm wrong or I'm stupid or whoever raised you. I'm telling you. Slow down. Like, or just keep going fast. Don't tell you what to do. Don't tell me 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 what to do. That's your theme song. If somebody else told you that you're not good enough, that's because they think they're not good enough. And if somebody says you're not good enough, be like, absolutely, you're absolutely correct. Thank you for validating that. Have a good day, sir. See you later, bon voyage, and move forward because you're not good enough. No, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I don't want for you to struggle and suffer on my behalf because I'm not good enough. Enjoy. Bye. Thank God. Whew. I reclaim my power. Thank goodness. Gotta go. There's the receipt. No, I have it. Refund, 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 refund. Bye. Bye. And when you say, what happens when you... Who's been taking notes? What happens when you say no? What do you get when you say no? What do you get when you say no? It's simple. It's logical. Oh, I'm not good enough for you? Fantastic. Thank God. See you later. What do we say? What do we say? Better opportunities. Bye. Adios. Hasta nunca. A bigger yes. Yes. When you say no, you get bigger yeses. When you say no, you get bigger yeses. You got people in your life that are publicly shaming you and humiliating you and dehumanizing you and telling you that you're wrong and you're stupid. Okay, bye. You're saying yes to yourself, and the universe, God, goddess, whatever you believe goes, oh, so you value yourself now. So you're more worthy. You love yourself more. So you're operating from the space of your worth and you know that you're valuable. I suppose we should put some better people in your life who actually match your energy. Thank goodness that you understand that person is your teacher. You almost fell for the trap just because it's your mom or your dad or your uncle or your aunt or your grandma or your grandpa or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your husband or your wife or your ex or whatever. No. Bye. Adios. See you in February the 32nd. Keep that energy. Logical, factual, non-emotional, emotional intelligence. Brilliant. Somebody doesn't like you, somebody says that you're not good enough or you're not worthy, you're not enough in any way, shape, or form. Fantastic. You're absolutely right. Bye-bye. I love that, Anastasia. That's because it's a collective message and because I've learned it. Somebody came into my life and wanted to travel around the United States with me and lied about everything. Everything. Every single thing that I questioned about. Because I'm a detail-oriented person when it comes to certain aspects of my life. And I believe in communication. I believe in compassion. I believe in solving problems. I believe in transparency. I believe in structure to a certain extent. That's why I'm letting go of control. Hey, thank you. I love how winners celebrate winners. Thank you. And that person came into my life and was completely and totally dishonest about just about everything. So, no. And they still wanted to go on this journey with me when my safety was in danger and my reputation was on the line and they were just a walking, talking nightmare. So that lesson was for me to say no. Because a couple years ago, I would have had abandonment issues. If I hadn't have been in the abusive relationship, I probably would have gone on the journey with them and probably would have gotten into a really bad situation. Thank God that I was in an almost 10-year abusive relationship. Could you imagine if I didn't learn that lesson before? I got somebody on here who says he's going to come onto my live streams and attack me and tell people the truth. And this is somebody who is a moderator of mine. I'm not going to talk about his name. I really hope that he doesn't come on here because I'm transparent. You can research me. You can hire a team to follow me around. You can look at my internet browser history. Everything that you question me about, I'll say yes. This person telling me he's going going to expose me. Expose me. Expose me. Please. I'm taking notes. Tell me more about who I am. Tell me more. This is why it's in style to be a good person. Why didn't I block him? I did block him. The thing is, he has 6 different mental health issues, and so he keeps on creating new accounts. Exactly. What can you expose? That I have white skin underneath, that I need to tan more? Yeah, well, my people aren't made for this kind of weather. I come from the land of the cloud. Expose that. That's why you be careful and understand that some people are lessons, and sometimes after you repeat it over and over and over again, that it's like, all right, cool, like, where is this showing up? I've just realized in the past year that all these things that are coming up, that are bringing up aggravation, are for me to be secure and confident within who I am. People don't care that I was in an abusive relationship. They just don't like the fact that I'm live streaming. People don't care about the fact that I didn't want to be alive. They just get annoyed by the fact that I'm telling people to pick themselves up, because it occurs to them and appears to them as if I'm complaining. I have no reason to be ungrateful. Real recognizes real, period. I integrate that. I download that. I get that. I got that for the rest of my life. You don't like me, you don't like yourself. Wah. No, that's not true. You're aggravating. You're annoying. I don't like your tone of voice. I don't like the fact that you're telling people to love themselves. You talk too fast. If you talk slower, if your voice was softer, like Michael Jackson, you said, "Hi, my name's Nikki Scorpio, and I'm the introvert that speaks up," then I would like you. But I'm just going to hang out on your live stream and just be aggravated and annoyed. Or lean into it, say, I choose to be here. I choose this, breathe into it, and understand that if you ever have a panic attack, if anybody ever talks trash to you, I got your back, even if you disagree with my philosophy. Please. Real human. Direct eye contact. Real life. Because I can do this all day. You tell me who I am. I feel you. I understand you. Expose me. Do whatever you need to do. Put me down. When I was in that relationship, she was like throwing my stuff. I'm like, throw it all out. Throw it all out. Throw it all on the street. Make me look crazy. Yell out to other people that I'm abusing you and I'm attacking you when you're publicly humiliating me, so people see that I'm this abusive person, and when I've never laid a hand on this person before, and she's literally throwing dishes and throwing plates and swerving the car while we're on the freeway, punching me in the face because like I took like 0.001 seconds longer than she wanted for like some kind of a conversation, because I had trauma, because somebody refused to have middle ground or to even understand why I was traumatized in this relationship, where like we couldn't go longer than 2 weeks without an argument. I think it's time for you to level up and to just let people be in their stuff. Let people be. Right? It is crazy. However, I'm grateful for it, because that built my character, because I can literally be around anybody, because I'm going all the way to the mainstream. I'm going to have people that don't like what I'm saying. Those island boys, I'm an island boy who are on TikTok. This dude's doing a video talking about how he sold his soul. He's going to sell his soul again. I've been into Hollywood. People like that hang out with me and immediately don't want to. And he was in comments and there's a lot of things that are not easy. I'm stepping in because other people click angry emojis because somebody doesn't communicate a certain way. You're a spiritual person who politically believes this side should be a leader or should be a president. And if you meet anybody who's on this side or this side, if you're on this side or this side, if they're opposing to you, then you don't like them and you don't even question their logic. I've completely and totally removed my need to get validation from anybody. And it took time for me to walk myself through that process, to think about it of like, what does validation look like? And you can sit down and take notes to say like, how does mom validate me? How does dad validate me? How do my foster parents validate me? How does grandma and grandpa validate me? What is validation? If I go into this job interview, what kind of validation am I looking for? How I carry myself, how I adjust myself, how I fix myself, how I change my conversation, how they say something that I don't agree with and I say, no, that's okay because you have money for me or because I want to be in a relationship and I'm desperate. I'm so desperate for friendship and for validation. Please. Nope, I refuse. Take notes and figure out what that looks like. And ask yourself, how can I live without needing validation from people? Like people just post video after video after video. We're like, yeah, I got haters. Okay, so maybe there's something that you're projecting out there where you're attracting more of that. Manifesting negativity to validate that life is hard and nobody understands you. What's up, Wendy? My ear's ringing. Yo, I refuse to be miserable in this society. What is it gonna take for us to realize that we're collectively not okay? And to not be ashamed of that, like we're weak. You think because right now you're struggling financially that the person who is financially free has it all figured out? No, please. I know people that have Gucci prisons, that have YSL prison bars, that have like a warden outside of there with like a Prada cop uniform. Please. I'm okay with people not liking me because I met people who were really living that life and they just didn't judge me. I'm telling you, I'm going to keep on being that person in your life to tell you to like admit and own up to the fact that you're frustrated and find a way to communicate to people. And it doesn't have to be super direct and aggressive. It can just be from a place of like sincere, from being genuine, from being like, hey, like, I want for you to understand me, from a place of curiosity. Like, imagine you're that other person. How would you communicate to somebody else that you're feeling uncomfortable and get them to understand you? Map out your life. Don't just communicate. Don't just speak. Like, critically think. Because you're used to yourself. Your communication style, you're used to yourself. You wake up every single morning, you look in the mirror, there I am. You go to work, okay, there's my life. You live your life, that's my life. And somebody says something, okay, I don't like that. I like this. I don't like that. I like this, over and over. Thank you. What's up, Michelle? I'm chilling. I'm thriving. Thank you. I wish I took insurance too. But regardless, I'm grateful for you. I appreciate you. For every problem, there's a solution. I just want to see if you're actually taking notes and being aware of where your mind goes to, and if you like something that I'm saying, or if you're just sitting down, just listening to this, being like, this feels really good, because you can actually take notes and be aware and level up and be around real people in your life. You're a real person. I'm a real person. I had real problems, and I was around real people who liked me or didn't like me, loved me or didn't love me. And I started being really curious about why I would have these reactions, and I share that information with you. Emotional intelligence is being very logical and very factual about where your mind goes to. Thank you. Shout out to everybody who bought the ebook that I have. That link is in my bio. It's $8. Thank you. Thank you, Samberly. Yeah, absolutely. Ask away. If you have problems, if you want to get some advice about something, absolutely. Talk to me. And if you want to learn about boundaries, if you're somebody who has codependency, if you're somebody who has abandonment, in my opinion, you should definitely learn about boundaries. It's $8. It's 26 pages up there. That's 10 years of my life. Don't you think 10 years of my life for $8 is a pretty fair price? Or should I just do donation-based for the rest of my life? Come on, don't do that to yourself. Know your value, know your worth. I think $8 is a pretty fair price. Hey, thank you, CK, for subscribing. Thank you, I appreciate you. Who's a person who had a question? Somebody said, oh yeah, Michelle, let me see. Someone is copying everything I do. It's weird, but everything I do. Is this online or is this in person? If it's on TikTok, you can duet them and you can stitch them. That's why I was like, wait a second. As a Scorpio, I was late to the TikTok party. I'm like, if somebody talks smack to me, I can actually respond to it. I've been waiting my whole life for this. Eureka! And if it's in person, like, it's a compliment. You're powerful. You're a leader. I got people in my life who say the same things that I say and say my catchphrases. It's because you're dope. It's because you're good at what you do. It's because you're powerful. It's because you're intelligent. It's because you're an original. Get used to it. Get used to it. You're trending. You're the trending topic in real life. How about that? You're powerful. She named the kids the same as you. Fantastic. Give her your daily agenda. Be like, here's the things that I'm doing. Be like, listen, if you really want to get to know me, you can do my chores. Isn't it interesting that somebody's doing exactly what you're doing and it's annoying you? I would go to a space of, let me look at myself and see how I appear and see how I occur. Thank you. Hey, but you know what though? Nothing is really original on planet Earth anyway. Somebody else said dropping gems. I don't know who it was, but somebody else said that somewhere in my life. I didn't just magically wake up one day and was like, I'm dropping gems. I like it though. I got the thing of like, I'm dropping gems like a clumsy jeweler from Nikki Scorpio. I just, you know. And if I give, and I give credit where credit is due, it was somewhere randomly like before TikTok. If somebody's copying you, if somebody's annoying you, then that's a lesson. It's always a lesson. It is always a lesson. And that's for you to go, what's the lesson within that? Maybe it's for you to speak up. Call them out. Talk to them. Oh, no, that's too hard. No, that's too hard. Somebody else needs to talk to them. I can't do that. No. Choose to look at it in a different way. Because if you need to, it's frustrating and it's aggravating and it's annoying. If you choose to, it's like, oh, cool. What's another option? I like being around people right now where I don't see eye to eye or where they bring up an insecurity or something like that, because that person is teaching me to communicate. I gotta let these dogs in. 1 second. Where's Jennifer? She's moving around. She's chilling. She's doing different things. She's also helping me stream on different platforms. That is the question. Who did let the dogs out? Metaphorically. Now there's the dogs and the other neighbors. How do you heal? That's a good question. That's a very big question. How do you heal? Well, for example, I started my healing by starting to become aware of what I was choosing, that other people can be in the same circumstance than me and have a different perspective. That's what's really great about TikTok and about hanging out with other people, is you can just observe people and always be aware that there's a different way to think. There's always a different way to think. Thank you for all of you who show me love and who support me. Thank you for all of you who follow. Thank you for tapping the screen. That helps bringing more people into this live stream. Thank you for helping with the donations. Thank you for all of that. I'm grateful. Thank you. I'm glad this resonates. It took me a long time to get here. So thank goodness that I have my patience and my consistency. Part of healing is being able to go to your root belief. Because if your root belief shows up as, I'm not good enough, somebody told me I'm not good enough, then you are going to start to see you are actually recreating that belief without even wanting to. You don't even want to feel that way. But your brain says, no, somebody who loved me said that I'm not good enough, and I love them. And so, like, if you can see that in your job, and the job that you have, in the way that you feel about your job, in the kind of relationships you attract. You're not good enough, you're not good enough, you're not good enough. So where do you go from there? You talk to yourself, you have different affirmations, you parent yourself, you lead yourself, you coach yourself, you retrain yourself, you reprogram yourself, you do it yourself. Oh, but that's too hard. That's because you're codependent. That's hard. Yes, you're codependent. That's hard. No, it's not. It's exciting. Every single person in here has a different opinion about me. Oh boy, here we go. Got the neighbor coming over here. See what happens. Awareness, immediate awareness, immediate awareness. If your belief is people don't hear me because I spoke up and somebody told me to be quiet, where does that show up? How does that show up? One of my limiting beliefs was I'm not seen, because something traumatizing happened to me when I was a kid, and I felt like people didn't see me, and I felt like people weren't there to protect. Like people weren't there to protect me. I'm not safe. So I would constantly put myself in dangerous situations because I'm like, yep, I gotta prove I'm not safe. 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 And I would talk like this. I would talk very quietly, like an introvert. I'd be super introverted. People couldn't hear me because I had to validate that I wasn't heard. Yep, it is trash day. We're taking out the spiritual trash. Insecurities. Whew. So what's your limiting belief? Yo, people are funny, man. This person, the neighbor, lost his keys because he has a major drinking problem, and he just parked his golf cart thing right here where I'm staying with my moderator, and he has drunk so much that he came over here to start his car, or his little golf cart, and forgot that he didn't have the key, so now he just left. That's why he came over here. Oh man. What other limiting beliefs can there be? I can't trust people. People are not trustworthy. If you've ever had somebody cross your boundaries and you felt like you were in a place where somebody hurt you or hurt your feelings or said something or did something that was really difficult or mean or nasty, then you might say, I can't trust people. So you get with people that are not trustworthy. And you don't trust your judgment, and you don't trust your intuition. It's tough, and at the same time, it's exciting. It's exciting. Listen, I mean this as a human being who has been in the shoes of insecurity, not wanting to be alive, not wanting to be around. If you look at me in any way, shape, or form, and look at how I'm moving and how I'm living, you're like, oh, that's cool. I like this guy. I like his energy. I like how he carries himself. I want to feel that way in some way, shape, or form. I want to be able to communicate in some way, shape, or form similar to how he does. This was not one day. It was not 1 week. It was me committing to something. I don't care if you're 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. You can still choose happiness, and you can just start your journey. Start messy, man. Like, stop the perfection syndrome. If you have to be perfect because mom and dad told you have to be perfect, yo, just throw that in the trash right now. Throw it in the trash. Throw it in the trash. Start messy. Like a child finger painting. Have you ever finger painted? Maybe you should. Maybe you should just get a piece of paper, a big piece of paper, go to a supply store, buy some paint, and just put it all in a bowl and just start finger painting. There you go. I refuse to be miserable. It's about being consistent. It's long term. It's a long term. Right. We all have our own way of doing things. There we go. He's got the key. Cooking the gas. Yo, the South is an interesting time. Not to mention this weather, man. It's like chances of sun with thunder and lightning. He's gone. He's got to go. That's a spirit guide. He's just checking in. I've never really met like background actors and non-playable characters until like I started traveling. People are just like characters in video games with their side quests. He's like, hey man, my chickens flew out the coop. Can you help me find the chickens? I'm like, yeah, if I trade you the chickens for the ice cream to go to Janice in the video game, will I get like 500 coins, or like do I get a level up? Like, what is going on? He drinks and drives with this golf cart. Yeah, people definitely, at least around here, definitely drink and drive. Very casual. Very, very casual about it. It's bonkers to me. Yes, Anastasia, it's exciting. It's exciting when you realize that you have the power to change. It is. Word, can I get some extra lives if you're going to help me find your chickens? That's what that rooster was. Because that man drinks so much, his chickens are like, I'm out of here. I got to go. I mean, so somebody asked earlier, how do you heal yourself? And I know that's such like a vague, generic question, but I want to think about that because I do my best to explain to you how I got to this place and how I keep my peace. So there was a point in my life where I didn't like how I felt. And then I got into a relationship, and then that was what you've heard me talk about before, where it's mentally, verbally, and physically abusive. And I did one spiritual thing. I got a healing with the shaman, and it was just with like a drum, and there was music playing, and he was just telling me to breathe, just breathe, just breathe. And I was breathing, and I cried and laughed harder than I ever had, and I felt stuff releasing from my body. Yeah, exactly. Get your golf cart off my yard, bro. In the South, they have a different way of communicating, though. A lot of F-bombs. Right? So I got this healing from this shaman, and I cried and I laughed and I released the illusion. And then from there, I was like, I wonder what else is possible. And then started my journey. So do some kind of ceremony, do some kind of meditating, start meditating more. And then let me ask you something. Is meditating hard for you? Writing yes or drop an emoji. I did feel the negativity release from my body when that happened, yeah. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It's difficult for you. Okay, fantastic. Well, here's the thing. That part where it's difficult, I love how I can release negative energy and other people's negative energy. I love that. If it's difficult for you to meditate, that's because those are your thoughts swirling around. And it's difficult for you to be with yourself. Thank you. That will be $10,000. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. That will be, it is difficult for you to be with yourself. You don't like yourself. You have to sit down with your thought and do it like you are mother or you are father. And the thought is like, hello, mother, father. I am anxiety. I do not like my life. And you're like, no, be quiet. You cannot be anxious like your mother and father used to do to you. You do this to yourself. And you insult yourself. So sit down with yourself and love yourself and hug yourself. Oh yes, I love myself. Okay? Treat yourself how you want for other people to treat you. Come to Miami. I want to. I should do voice animation. I do voiceovers. I'm signed on with 3 agencies for voiceover. I'm just taking a break because I'm on the road right now. But thank you. Real, recognize real. Real, recognize real. Real, recognize real. Real, recognize real. If it's difficult for you to meditate, that's because you don't want to be with your thoughts. And your thoughts are like a circus, like, hey, over here. Hey, over here, hey, over here, hey, over here. That's what's going on in your mind. So just keep going. Just keep going. You're in the Bay. Word, I was born and raised in the Bay Area, East Bay. Born in San Francisco, raised in Berkeley. Used to hang out in Oakland too, a lot. I love how universal and international this family is. What are your limiting beliefs? What are your core beliefs? Can you take notes? Journal. Be aware. Be curious. Yo, this is how I healed. This is how I healed. Curiosity. Acknowledge the fact that you're exhausted. Acknowledge the fact that you're tired. Acknowledge the fact that there are people in your life and you don't like how they treat you and how they speak to you. Acknowledge that. And then be curious about why they speak to you that way and why you allow it. Be curious. And then sit down and think, what are other options? There you go. Problem solved. Fantastic. Nope. Curiosity didn't kill the cat. That is definitely not true. That's definitely not true. The cat's still alive and thriving. Because I'm a curious cat, baby. Cool cat. Yeah. Love that. This cat is still thriving. Love being curious. Curiosity killed the cat. That's a hustle. Be fascinated. Because again, people like, it's not you, you know who it is. It's the people that you're around. They're like, why does that guy keep on repeating himself? And you're like, because, moron, people need to hear things 30 different times. Like, maybe you should stop projecting your insecurities onto me. Oh wait, was that too real for the person in your room right now who's judging you? Whoops. I love that. I love how people around you get annoyed by what I say because they know that it rings true. I don't like this guy. I don't like him. I don't like what he's saying. It doesn't apply to me. I don't need therapy. The rest of the world needs therapy. I love that. Hi, how are you doing? I'm the same way in real person. Live and direct. It's the Nikki Scorpio Show. Yay! Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate you. Tell your friend to take notes. You invalidate yourself a lot? That's powerful. So let's think about that. If you invalidate yourself a lot, now that you're aware of that, I would hyper focus on that. I would be obsessed if I was going through a difficult time and somebody was giving me, yo, this is, I don't think people understand. I think people just think that this is like, okay, he's just a human being with a screen name and he just says things and it feels good or it doesn't feel good. I don't think you understand how much money and how much time and how aggravating and how stressful and how frustrating it was when I was going through that journey. When I would just sit there and want to like pull out my hair and just be so frustrated. I don't think you understand how every single day there are tests all the time in my life. I really don't think you understand. Yes, absolutely the same thing as self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is a fascinating thing because you're going to start to realize you're actually choosing what's going wrong in your life. Yo, the first time that somebody told me that, like I went in front of this whole audience and I told my story for the very first time, and I was nervous and I was frustrated and I was insecure and I didn't want for people to judge me. It was just I was tired of being tired. And I told my story, and the person who was running that program said that's difficult. However, it's just a story. When I talked about trauma and all this different stuff that I've gone through, stuff that I'd never really told people about, people were in the audience crying because I was a professional victim with abandonment issues and all this different stuff. And they told me that's a sad story. However, it's just a story. I was mad. I'm like, how dare you tell me I'm not a victim? And then I got it. And that's the thing. Once you start realizing that you're choosing everything, you allow people to speak to you a certain way. You allow things to happen that you could have said no to the job. You could have done more work on your resume. You could have made different choices in your life. It's frustrating, but then you get power because you actually take responsibility. That's the work, baby. That is the work. It's frustrating, but do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? I would rather be happy. In a world where people are just automatic pilot miserable and frustrated. It wasn't easy for me to get to this place. You are telling yourself a story and you're just allowing it and allowing it and allowing it. Yeah, the work to stop self-sabotaging is being aware of what your belief system is. If your belief system is nobody loves me and nobody wants me and nobody hears me and nobody sees me, watch how you do that over and over and over and over and over again without even wanting to. Without even wanting to. I love how many conversations go on in this live stream. I love how people talk with people and make friends on here. I love this. I love this family. I'm so grateful that we're together, for real. Thank you, Anastasia. For real, like I hope you understand how grateful I am. And I hope that you really feel like you know me. Like I hope that you really feel like I'm transparent and like I'm somebody who's in your life who's honest. That you can see like, oh, there's other people like this in the world and I'm going to go find them and be excited about your life, man. It is so hard to be yourself on planet Earth. And you can call that a limiting belief or you can call that inside information. And as soon as I realized that, I stepped all the way outside of this planet. I'm like, I refuse. refuse to have the blues. I don't care what people wear or what they say, they swear I'm true. I refuse, I am aware what I choose. Yo, I got hits, man. Come on, stop playing games with me. Walt Disney's like, keep going, keep going, keep going. Ha 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 ha. That's right, we'll take your live stream. Ha 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 ha. You think Mickey Scorpio's nice behind the scenes? Mickey Mouse. Why I said Mickey Scorpio? That's my evil animated cousin. I don't know. You can't win them all. If people are bullying you, if people are putting you down, why do, okay, pop quiz, who's been taking notes? Somebody says they're being bullied. Why do people bully you? Why do people bully you? Why do people put you down? It's not because you choose it. It's not because you allow it. That's part of it. That's a difficult truth. I'm talking about what's another reason. Why do people put you down? Why do people attack you? Because they don't like themselves. Because they're hurting, they're projecting. And that's it. And that's it. And so every single time you get around people like that, you get that, you integrate that, you know that to be true, you move forward for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. Not one and done, for the rest of your life. Anytime somebody immediately starts putting me down, I immediately go, they're hurting inside. Immediately. And then I immediately turn off my emotions. I immediately turn off my reaction and I go to curiosity. And I'm like, let me just listen to this person and just be so fascinated by them telling me who I am. And I don't care if they're energy vampires because I got the spiritual garlic, all right? Like I do not allow the conversation of energy vampires and haters and all this different stuff. It's what am I choosing? What am I allowing? 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 I changed my spiritual Wi-Fi password. So that if you try to get downloads off of my energy, good luck. Oh, you like my energy? You're like a moth. You just want to bang your head against the light? Nope. Nope. I'm telling you, the reason why people are putting you down, the reason why people are attacking you, the reason why people are negative and narcissistic and abusive and all this different stuff is because they don't like themselves. That's all you need to know, and you move forward in your life and you don't look back. Easy. You think it's not easy? It's not easy because you're looking for love and validation from people who are just teachers for you. Dad created you. Mom created you. That's it. You're not obligated to stop what you're doing and live your life for them. Who told you that? Society? How is society? Logical, factual. Factual. How is society doing? Should you listen to anybody outside who's miserable, who's unhappy? Should you listen to different generations telling you how to be like a successful son or daughter or a parent or whatever when the divorce rate's over 60% and people don't even know what kind of fantasy their husband or their wife is into and don't even know how to come up and you're the type of I'm over like if I jump you. Thank you. I got you. You're the problem. You're the solution. It doesn't matter what other people say. If somebody says something you don't like, you're the solution. I want for you to get how deeply embedded these abandonment, codependency, unloved, unwanted beliefs go. Of how you constantly have this belief in your system of it's too hard, it's too difficult, it's not fair, it's too hard, it's too difficult. Nobody understands, nobody knows. Nobody understands, nobody knows. Journal, document, take notes. Reprogram yourself. Teach yourself. Connect with a Scorpio. I love one-on-ones with people. That's what I teach. That's what I do. Like how you say, like, teach somebody to fish, you can fish for the rest of your life. Or if you don't like fish, then whatever. You can have gluten-free, plant-based burritos. Like, whatever your thing is, all right? Just put a little seasoning in it. You know what I'm saying? A little spice. You know what I mean? Solutions only. Solutions only. Solutions only. I got that t-shirt in my bio link too. Have you ever felt like giving up on life? Yes, that's because you're a healer. Drop an emoji or write yes if any time in your life you've ever gone through something really, really difficult and you've not wanted to be alive and you thought it'd be easier if you weren't alive. Welcome to the party. You're a healer. You're a teacher. You're an educator. There are other people who are behind you who don't have the confidence that you have, and the people in your life are all teachers to annoy you and drive you crazy. Look. And those are the people that are being honest about it. The other people are dropping emojis in their head right now, and they're on their bed and they're like in their head about it, and they're like, I see it on the thing, but I'm just not showing up. Like, you right? You should just tap LOL if I just called you out. You asked if I'm vegan. I eat mindfully. And what I mean by that is that I give thanks and I honor the food when I eat it. I bless the hands that make my meal. I tried eating more plant-based. My body sometimes is called to meat. And also, if you're vegan, there's a lot of things that you're not getting. Like if you're vegan, if you're not taking collagen, you are going to regret it down the line. If you're not taking collagen, if you are plant-based, you are going to regret it. And there's a lot of different nutrients and things that you're not getting. You need to do your research, and I'm not a doctor, and this is not medical advice. If you are somebody who shames other people who don't eat vegan, then study reincarnation, because you were probably just waking up in the morning and just like killing animals and had like a farm where you were just like a farmer just killing animals all day. You just wake up in the morning, and so now you're here not eating meat. Life is fascinating that way. Yeah, I have a hard time. Some people really do well with therapy. Some people really do well with 12-step programs and stuff like that. I just feel like at a certain point, you just got to get into the game and just get on the field and just start messy and just be aware. Like I tried going to therapy. I tried. And again, I know there are some really good therapists. It's just the whole point when I talk to therapists about why is therapy beneficial, because they're like, well, it's good to have somebody to talk to consistently. And I'm like, okay, but do I need to pay $90 an hour or $200 or $300 an hour? Or is there an actual solution? Is there a belief system I can have? Oh, no. We can't talk about belief systems. Nope. Because I just need to ask you how everything makes you feel. Where am I from? I was born in the Bay Area, raised in the Bay Area, lived in New York for over a decade. I'm currently in North Carolina. I'm traveling around the United States of America to bring people together. When you first changed your self-limiting beliefs, did you believe in the new affirmations? Nope. Not at first. It was cheesy. It was corny. And I've talked about that before. I haven't today, so let's talk about that. It's weird when you look into the mirror. Does anybody say I am statements? Try saying you are statements. Try to say, see, let's do it right now. In your mind, go to yourself and say, I am intelligent, and see what pops up in your mind. Okay? And then after that, now that you've done that, and it's not right or wrong answer, I'm just curious. Now in your mind, say you are intelligent. Say you are intelligent. Now write in the comment section which one was the I am or you are more believable. Which one was better for you? I'm curious. There's not a right or wrong answer. I'm genuinely curious. You are. For me too, it's you are. You are. I am. A lot of you ares. Interesting. So it's divided. So just try that in your life. For me, what I do, and this is why I do the meditations and stuff that I do. The reason why I do the meditations on here that I do is because I realize that when people talk about the law of attraction and stuff like that, that it doesn't click with me. And so I sat down and I thought, like, how can I get to this space where I actually believe that this is possible? And it was, well, if I see other people seeing me have it, if other people tell me that I have it, then my brain will think that I have it. I watched a video and did research and found out that there's actual proof that the brain doesn't know the difference between perceived reality and reality. Thank you. And so when other people are seeing me have it, my brain goes, that's real. And that's how I got it. Chickens are back. Thank you, Madison. Thank you. So yeah, at first it's going to feel, and this is the thing, what we're talking about is momentum. What we're talking about is momentum and consistency. Yeah, this chicken just hopped on this guy's Ford F-150. So if you hear anything in the news about chicken on the run going to Mexico in a Ford F-150, this is where it started. I was doing this on the days that I didn't want to. I was talking to myself and lifting myself up on the days that I didn't want to. On the days where I didn't want to wake up. On the days where I didn't want to keep on going. On the days where I was tired of being strong and tired of like being consistent. Thank you, Kat. Thank you. You know what's funny? You know what's funny, Kat, is like there's quite a few people at first when they meet me on here, they're like, who's this guy? And it's like, oh, he's different. Like people, you know what it is too, what's funny? Because people aren't used to people who are honest about how they truly feel. People are used to like corny, cheesy, I made $10,000 last month. Sign up for my free webinar and I'll teach you how to make $10,000 by doing a free webinar and selling a course on how to get people to give you $10,000 that you'll pay for. It's like the old school infomercials. It's like, here's a book on how to get rich. And it's like the book is like telling people to do an infomercial and to sell people a book. Oh, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hey, you're authentic. Takes one to know one. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. So, you know, I want to give people the understanding that you know what you're doing. Like, you know who you are. Like, you know who you are. Okay, other people don't know who you are, so you can show them if they don't like you, they're not your people. And you know, and when people put, and again, I like very, very simple concepts that give me peace. I like the fact that every choice I make is the right one. I like that. That helped me when I didn't want to be alive and when I didn't want to keep going. I created that belief to let myself know that you actually have confidence accessible to you. You can have momentum. And the way that I made that true is by understanding every single time that I've fallen down, I learned a lesson. because I was constantly looking for validation in my relationship. I would see something, I would have insight, I would tell it to her. She would listen to me when I was protecting her. However, when it came to financial choices and financial decisions and traveling and stuff like that, she wanted to control everything. And I'd say, oh, okay, I love you. That's okay. I have to be strong. 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 If that's your belief, that's a very, very, very big belief for you to be aware of. If you feel like you have to be strong, of how often you self-sabotage. Map it out. Take a look at it. Think about it. I have to be strong could mean that you're constantly not getting love. Where did I get this shirt? I did a photo shoot in New York for this clothing company. And this was part of it was like money, and this was one of the shirts. I forget the name of the company, but I did a photo shoot with them in Manhattan. Right, Deborah. I'm telling you, you'll take that with you for the rest of your life. Even if somebody puts you down and tells you that you're wrong and you're stupid or whatever, you just go right back to, that's okay. Every choice I make is the right one. I learned a lesson. That lesson might be slowing down. Hey, thank you for the gift. Thank you. Sometimes a big lesson for us right now, for actually slow down instead of just trying to accomplish things and just move past the difficult part. You would save yourself so much time if you slowed down. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you. I appreciate you. It goes a long way. Thank you. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Mingle. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you. I appreciate you. For real. Thank you. Truly. I appreciate it. I'm glad that what I'm saying resonates with you. And please, please, please do not think that this is easy for me. This isn't easy for me. It's just the reason why I'm doing is bigger than my need to be attractive and to be accepted and to be validated by people. This wasn't my mission when I started TikTok. This wasn't my intention. I like music. I make music. I am good at making music. I am amazing. Like, I can write a song like quick. Hits. It's just the world turned upside down. So I found a solution to the problem. And I was doing this before TikTok. I was doing this behind the scenes in Hollywood. You'd be amazed how there are some really successful people. If you're an introvert, if you're an empath, if you're aware, you'd be amazed. There are some people that are blind, that just cannot see that they're attracting negative people and narcissistic people and abusive people and self-sabotaging.